back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the Jets are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he's got some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And to give this time to the tailback. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
On play action, here's Tua. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Michel, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away. yard or two deep. Here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Hands it off out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Play action. Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. gets him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's complete. Jalen Waddle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Dolphins. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Tua, a final shot before half. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he's got room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Here's Wilson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Tua to try again on second down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. It's a big play there for Miami. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So nothing doing there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Sheldon Rankins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. 2nd and 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this underneath to Michel. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game. How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter. Tua now on 1st down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing. Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving. I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guy. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. for Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel